Starting at power forward at 6'6" number 9, Dylan. Point guard at 6'0" number 5,
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a chance here to check out some stats for Jalen Green.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Wade in at the 3. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. So this is the first of 2 in a row these two teams will play against each other. Greg, any advantages or disadvantages?
Well, I mean, I feel in the first game you can run your game. That second time around is when you get to dig deep into the film and try and make adjustments.
Now, here's Wade following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Thompson with it. Garland picks him up. And Thompson kicks to VanVleet. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Houston needs to get a shot. Stolen by Mitchell. For the finish. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, we talk about Donovan Mitchell as an exceptional two-way talent. No better example than right there.
Thompson outside. Brooks against Mobley. Şengün with a screen on Garland. Here's VanVleet. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Fred VanVleet, we've seen him. He's able, off the dribble, to create enough space for his shot.
Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Rockets. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw, no good. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And he's good on the second. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now here's Van Vliet. His last outing with 20 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That puts them in the lead. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the night.
So important as a point guard in a pick-and-roll play to understand when it's your turn to score it. Fred Van Vliet does just that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Rockets making a change here. Tate's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. LeVert's checked in. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They trail by 1. Stolen by Garland. Here's the floater. Mobley outside. Van Vliet against Garland. 6 to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, that's how you use the floater. Darius Garland gets into his bag.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Mobley misses. Rockets trail. Still in his early 20s, Doris. Evan Mobley is such a great player. So long, athletic. I know you love his play.
I certainly do, Kevin. And there's a lot of reasons why you begin on the defensive end of the floor. Great shot blocker, can guard on the perimeter, and he continues to work and expand his offensive game. This guy's future is so bright.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
Now here's LeVert. Scoreless thus far. Garland, no good.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Brooks, and it's Green in for Fred Van Vliet.
And Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
Rockets leading by 3. Tate finds Green. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Caris LeVert.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Max Strus is checked in for the Cavaliers. and he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Aston Niang. Now LeVert. Screen by Niang. And LeVert, here we go. To halt the run, and he dunks it down.
Caris LeVert, great confidence in his ability to get off the dribble drive and make things happen.
Pass to Thompson from 11 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. 3 on 3. Here's Tate, and it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Allen outside. Here's Niang, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Rockets lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
The Cavaliers trailing. Shepard out there with Green. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then there's Jayshawn Tate, and it's Green in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Jerome, good. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. And here are the Cavaliers now. The Rockets making the shot. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Shepard. He's covered by Niang. Shepard, that's good.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Now here's Allen. This game he had 12. Shot clock at 6. Cranes it from beyond the arc. LeVert's got 5.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Green. Tari Eason comes in for Tate. And Brooks subbed in for Jalen Green. Cleveland also making some changes. Dean Wade comes in for George Niang. And it's Garland in for Max Strus. And so Brooks will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. The past month has been surreal. Averaging about 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Now, here's Garland. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Jerome. Whitmore defending, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Houston making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Whitmore, and Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Shepard. Then for the Cavaliers, Max Strus comes in for Karis LeVert, and it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome. Brooks against Mitchell to the inside. Şengün, and Şengün throws it down.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
And here's Garland for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Garland against Holiday. Inside. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. Şengün's got it all tied up now for Houston. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Garland against Holiday. Pass to Allen. 5 on the clock. Over Şengün. Allen's shot is off.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Green against Wade. Şengün inside. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
So for the Rockets, Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green comes in for Green, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Allen. Thompson passes to Brooks. Lets it go from deep. And it's Strus with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Garland. Back to Strus. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
The first free throw is good.
Max Strus, one of those undrafted players coming out of college, but somehow wills his way by virtue of his shooting and his toughness. You love his story.
Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Evan Mobley comes in for Wade. And so Strus nails both of them. And so it's Houston with it. 4-point game. Garland against Van Vliet from deep. Green. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Garland kicks to Strus. Allen passes to Strus. Cleveland moving it around. Pocket 6. The 3 from Garland. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Thompson. Mitchell outside. Strus kicks to Mobley. Mitchell outside. Outside Garland. Allen at the screen for Garland. Shoots over Van Vliet. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Garland's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. Here's Van Vliet. Open jump shot off the mark. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cleveland ahead, up 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight's featured game sees the Cleveland Cavaliers in a tight one.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. And we've got the playoff picture starting to come into focus now. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference.
You look at Cleveland. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They lead by 4. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Wade in at the small forward. Van Vliet finds Şengün. Now Thompson. Wade is covering. Şengün with the screen for Thompson from 11 feet away. That one goes in. Thompson's got 9.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here's Mitchell. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. The 19-foot shot, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Well, if you're a point guard like Darius Garland, at his size, you've got to be able to get into that mid-range bag. Very well done.
Garland against Van Vliet. Back to Green. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Mitchell outside. Wade a screen on Green. Mitchell passes to Wade. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Thompson. The Cavaliers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the first one at the line is good. And Wade drops them both. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Green against Mitchell. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And let's review some numbers for Van Vliet. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Here's Thompson. He's got 9. Şengün with the screen for Thompson to the paint. And Şengün with the basket on the assist by Thompson. 6 points for Şengün.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Shoots from the high post. Shots good by Mitchell. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Yeah, there are levels to this, and Donovan Mitchell can hurt you from every one. Nice midi there.
Tries from 10, and Houston again with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Garland kicks to Allen. Mitchell outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
That free throw missing. Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet. In the NBA, there is a high need for relentless scoring and skill to match that scoring. That is Donovan Mitchell.
Brooks with no one around. His three-pointers off the mark.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Wade against Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Just 5 on the clock. Mobley. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Garland kicks to Mitchell. Loads it up there for Mobley. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Wow, that is some big-time airtime by Evan Mobley. My goodness.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. Jeff Green is checked in for the Rockets. Jay Shante comes in for Fred VanVleet. And Cleveland with a change here, too. LeVert's checked in for Dean Wade. Garland against Green. Here's Thompson, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley. Shepard's checked in for Houston. Clock at 6. It's Brooks on the wing. LeVert defending. Brooks misses.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And he makes the first.
How about Jared Allen showing unequivocally he is an all-star caliber big man? Boy, with his size and athleticism and length, he has proven he can make an impact on both ends.
Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Houston. And Allen drops them both. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Thompson sets the pick for Shepard. Pass to Thompson. Here's Whitmore. LeVert defending. 5 to shoot. Over in the corner, Green. Off target from outside. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Kept alive. And staying with the play, Allen.
Listen, if you don't put a body on Jared Allen, this guy's going to make you pay.
And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Here's Whitmore. LeVert defending. They kick it out to Green. Here's Whitmore. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Allen dishes to Garland. Here's Mitchell. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Shepard. Outside, Green. Pass to Shepard. Lets it go with a 3. Can't hit that one. The third quarter comes to a close. The Cavaliers lead by 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Whitmore. Williams is out there with Shepard. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Landale in at center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Pass to Whitmore. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
This is what I love about Whitmore. His fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
No good on that one. Houston making some changes. Steven Adams comes in for Jock Landale. And it's Jayshawn Tate in for Williams. Good on the second free throw. Cleveland leading by 7. Here's Jerome. Screen by Niang. Here's Jerome. Whitmore defending. Offensive rebound. And it's LeVert missing.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Shot by Eason, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. There's Garland, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
First free throw is good.
Well, what you love is the leap that Darius Garland made in his 3rd year. Named to the 2022 All-Star team, this guy can flat out score it.
Good on both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Adams. Shepard with the ball. Now Whitmore. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
I mean, this guy has become an expert at utilizing the screen and roll. Just does such a good job rolling to the rim and being a factor.
Here's Jerome. Garland with the bucket. 15 points for Darius Garland.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Shepard with the ball. Guarded by Garland.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to LeVert.
I see him.
With the drive. It's hauled in by Adams.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Tate finds Adams. Here's Whitmore. LeVert defending. And that one's good. Whitmore.
And Whitmore, a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A new lineup here for Houston. Cleveland also making some changes. Allen's checked in for LeVert. Evan Mobley comes in for George Niang. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Ty Jerome. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Floats one up, and there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Wade. 9 points for Donovan Mitchell. Thompson looking for an opening. Excellent D there from Allen.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
Boy, Jared Allen, what an effective use of that pump fake. Nicely done.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
He hits the second from the line. We'll look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Van Vliet against Garland. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Garland, good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Garland's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Van Vliet against Garland. Van Vliet passes to Brooks. Thompson, a screen on Mitchell. Green kicks to Şengün. Drops in the tray.
And Şengün knows when you don't have the ball, you have to stay ready to catch and fire.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Mobley, a screen on Van Vliet. Garland is doubled. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And Thompson sends it back. And Brooks gets it to go. Brooks has got his first basket of the night.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor. Working hard to be where his team needs him on that break.
Mobley outside. Garland against Green. Garland, the pass to Allen. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Garland dishes to Mobley. Mitchell outside. Garland is doubled. Cleveland moving the ball around. Puts one up from 19. He can't get that one.
Disappointing day for him. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Donovan. High execution from the team tonight. Did you think the focus was there collectively?
Most definitely. I think, if we don't focus, we might let this game slip away. But for us, it's continuing to plug away. And we're not at our 100% yet. We're not at our best, but we have a lot more things to improve on. But our focus and attention to details really was getting us through.
Looks like you're building towards something special, man. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Darius Garland.